like TeddyGrey on stuff. Whooshy gives a proper reaction.
And now for something completely different.
Patreon gang! Today we have Silver Spoon, or BAEPSAE? 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 Beep beep. Silver Spoon, that's all I know. But it's BTS. One of 3 BTS suggestions from the Patreon poll this month. 2 of them already done. One didn't mean to swear it there. Sorry about that. One left. Little rascal. Sorry about that. Anyway, without further ado, let's go. BAEPSAE? 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 The lyrics better be right. If they're not, kick off. My teachers were born with it all. Silver spoon. So talking about people that were born with a silver spoon inside their mouth. That old chestnut. I'm talking way too far away from the microphone. I realise that now. Sorry about that. Although, if I was clear from there, I might just leave it there from now on, because I actually dislike holding this now. I might get it like hanging from the ceiling or something. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Well, I feel like they're talking about the previous generation. But then that has to be a purely satirical comment. Like, my generation's got it difficult. My teachers all had everything given to them. I feel like that's maybe a play on the fact that the last generation always says to the next generation, like, oh, you don't know you're born. Like, you don't know. Back in my day, we had to do da 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 da. And then the next generation's like, whoa, well, back in my day, we had to do blah, 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 you know? Because every generation's like kind of different from the last one, but not that much, you know? We're still exactly the same primates we were millions of years ago. We are exactly the same.
Eat food and then sleep. This is what we do.
Pepsi? What is he saying? Oh, is that BAEPSAE? So it is BAEPSAE. BAEPSAE. Okay. Very confusing when AE is the same thing. BAEPSAE. Pepsi Max. Brev. It's going to be one of those ones again, innit? I'm already beginning to hate BTS. Hate in, the best way possible. I swear. I'm going to have to, like, soften so many things for potentially ever putting these out on YouTube. I'm going to have to soften so many things and just be like, oh, I'm not being horrible when I say this. I said it in a reaction. I was like, when Jungkook, he did really, it wasn't Jungkook, actually. It wasn't. It was RM. He did really, really well. There was a particular cadence, and I was like, do you know what? I hate him. I hate him, I'm going to kick his head in. And people were in the comments like, oh, don't talk about like using physical violence against RM. Brev, it's just how I deal with things. I go through the motions. Please don't shoot me down. But yeah, I'm starting to hate them just because I hate it and I love it. I hate it, I love it. The underdog's on top, and I'm on show. At my part-time job, it's all for the experience. At school, there's teachers, right? So he's basically saying like, at the job, they ask for experience, but then the teachers, they tell you that you need, particular grades, you need to know this specific thing. But they're basically saying like, it's not all about knowledge. It's about like, what can you do? Like, how can you apply that and make yourself useful in the field? You could do all of the research you want on finding out how to drive a car, but it's not the same thing as actually driving it. That's why there's a theory and then a practical. You have to do both because you can't just be one. And that's what he's saying. Like the generation before us, they got things wrong. And I hope at some point that they don't go all like, I don't know what the word would be, but you have to acknowledge the fact that we're gonna get shit wrong, and the generation after us are gonna be like, what were you doing? What were you doing? It's like I never understood like the whole, oh, you can't be gay, like that's against the law. You love who you love. Let them love who let them love. You know what I mean? Whose business is it of anybody's? I never understood it. But then there's, people that are alive today who lived in a time where it was like illegal to have a gay lover. Or not even a gay lover. It was illegal to be in love with another man if you were a man, or a woman if you were a woman. It was illegal in many places, I'm pretty sure it still is in places in the world. Do you know what I mean? And then now we look at them like, where's your morals at? But then there's things that we're doing where in 100 years' time, 200 years' time, people are going to be looking at them like, how did you allow people to do that? Like smoking, for instance, I think in like 100, 200 years, people are going to be looking back like, what? They used to put fire in their mouths, inhale it instead of oxygen that's like all around you. They used to do that. There's going to be something where like in 100 years, I'm talking shit. Nobody's listening to this. Like, how have we given up? Violence. Oh, wait, no, give me that back again. You're telling me that's V. You're telling me that's V. I didn't even realise it was RM. Was too busy paying attention to the lyrics. And then V showed up. I've never heard him like that. I've only ever heard him for like the beautiful vocals. Wow. Okay. I should have known it was RM. Bang, bang. Okay, Pepsi. Okay, Pepsi. Okay, it's time to meet Fanta Orange. Go, Jungkook. Go again.
BTS BAEPSAE 육바지 이 세대의 빨리 chasing 방생덕에 내가 나이 탱탱 They call me BAEPSAE 육바지 이 세대의 빨리 chasing 금수저로 배겨난 내 선생 난 별세다리 넌 왕세다리
The what? the what? I've got a crow tits leg. There's no way that's what he says. There's no way that's what he says. There's no way that's what he says. It's too coincidental. It's far too coincidental. Only yesterday I woke up and said, do you know what? I feel like a crow tits leg. And then, you know, here he is. August. In the mid of February, talking about a crow tit's leg. The fuck's a crow tit? I've got a crow tit's legs, and you have a stork's legs, bruv. They all say their legs are worth $1 million, but they're not, because they're not the tit of a crow. The crows have. It's a bird. It's not a mammal. Only mammals have breasts, don't they? Birds don't have, well, you know, some birds do. Wait, I'm lost. I'm actually lost. I've got a crow tits legs. You, mate. Oi, listen here, mate. Listen here. Me, crow tits legs. You, stork. But they all say their legs are worth $1 million, but they're not, because storks, like, who cares about storks? They're not worth $1 million. The tit of a crow is famously worth its weight in gold. So, you know. Sugar. Hang on a second. BAEPSAE. BAEPSAE Dari? I don't know, BAEPSAE Dari. So he's using the word BAEPSAE. So maybe it's like a play on words. I don't know. All right, because BAEPSAE there, try hard. Okay. I'm lost.
넌 왕세다리 걔네 말하지 내 다린 백남부짜리 내게 짧은데 어찌 같은 종목하니 대생도 같은 조언이면 괜찮잖니
I got it, because crows and blue tits, they have very short legs, whereas storks, they have long legs. So they can get places quicker because of the tools that they've been given. Do you know what I mean? So how now they're saying, oh, we came from the same position, we came from the same place. It's like, yeah, but your legs were bigger, so 4 steps and you're there. I've got little crow legs. I've got little tit legs. I can't. I've got to take paces. It's going to take me twice the amount of time, twice the amount of effort. We're going to get to the same destination, but are we going to acknowledge the amount of effort that it took us both to get there? Because if that's the case, it's not as impressive that you got to the same position that I did. It's not impressive. The impressive part is that I managed to catch up to you. Now, the fact that we're in the same position, this makes you look lackluster because you only got here. With all of the tools you had, you only got as far as I did. And I worked harder. Let's go. That's such a sick little analogy. I don't like how they put it in the... In fact, I do, just for the comedic effect. Well done, whoever did that. I think it's Jay, is it? Yeah, it's Jay Gucci. It's always Jay Gucci. It's probably not how you say that name, but I don't care. I've been called like TeddyGrey, TeddyGrave, TeddyGrey, TeddyGrey, TeddyGrey. Crow's TeddyGrey. Fuck's sake.
넌 왕세다리 걔네 말하지 내 다린 백남부짜리 내게 짧은데 어찌 같은 종목하니 대세도 같은 조언이면 괜찮잖니
Same, same. Knocking through the border. Maintain. through the bang, bang. 이건 정상이야. 노력 다려도 그만.
Come on, I want that line again.
You must be kidding me. You must be kidding me. You must be kidding me. 하려도 그만둬. 아우그라들어 내두 손발도. 노력. 하려도 그만둬. 아우그라들어 내두 손발도. 노력. 실망하시고 우린 뱁새야. 이렇다 우린 뱁새야. 같이 살자고 우린 뱁새야. 뱁새야. 뱁새이 똑같이 이 세대이 빨리 탱탱 밤새 덕에 내 거랑이 탱탱 They call me 뱁새이 똑같이 이 세대이 빨리 탱탱 금수저로 태어난 내 선생
Fine. Nice sample. I like that. That's really good. Not only did I like the pacing of that, I like the fact that it was, you know, hip hop, definitely hip hop, and they rapped throughout it as well. Lovely little sample throughout that. I liked where the bass was put as well. Like at the end, it was do 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 do. Oh, it reminded me of like an early 2000s Lil Wayne track, who I'm sure they're probably inspired by. You could kind of tell by some of the hi-hats in there with it. Yeah, V definitely stand out there for me. Definitely stand out, but also that little line about the crow's tit. Not the crow's legs, all right? It was funny in the beginning. The crow's legs versus the stork's legs. Seriously, I love that analogy. I kind of wish that they'd have taken that analogy a little bit further. And like I say, I kind of wish that they'd spoken about how the same thing's going to happen to them. Like if maybe the same thing's going to happen to them if they don't remain humble, you know? Because maybe them now, they would have made this song a little bit differently. Because I'm sure they maybe understand that now, but they may not have understood this back then. Because they may not have even discovered or known the weight of what BTS can be back then. I actually don't know how old this is. I didn't check, so if I'm completely talking out of my arsehole, please let me know. Maybe they've been called BAEPSAE before, or BAEPSAE. Maybe they've been called Pepsi before, and they were like, do you know what? We're going to make a song out of it. Because they kept saying it over and over again, and then it was like, and then I swear part of it was like, oh, it's okay to call us that. We don't mind. Then no, that was it. We deserve the name, or we've earned the name, or something. Like, yeah, we do try hard because we've got the little crow's legs. So we have to try hard to get to... Oh, I just love that little analogy. That's like 3 times they've done that now. Somebody else's music who does that is Van Dar, who's an artist from Cambodia. Possibly my favourite artist worldwide. But Van Dar does that as well. There's every single song, there's a mantra, a little nugget that you can take out of it and think, I'm going to apply that. I'm going to apply that to my life. Or I'm going to remember that and then relay it later when it has a bit of purpose. It's just little things like that. I love gaining that. Like I'm never even going to forget the imagery that I got when I figured that out of the little crow's legs running over water and the stork just kind of like, I'm never going to forget that. What a beautiful thing. Well, it's been another incredibly long BTS one. I'm not even doing this on purpose. It's just happening. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon with the 3rd installment from the Patreon poll. Actually, oh yeah, it was the Dionysus one. Dionysus, whatever. But yeah, that one will be coming next for you. It'll be here before the end of February, and then the Patreon poll will start again, and then you've got more opportunities to get more BTS stuff down my ear holes. So I'll see you guys very soon. Deuces.